Do you know what time it is? Oh, it's time to get real. That was so cheesy. Okay. Today is another episode of Get Real. In this episode, I really don't have any footage to go with it because I really wanted to speak from the heart over an experience that I had this weekend. So, as you know, I speak about my parents and my upbringing, and one thing that I don't talk about is the relationship I have with my mom right now. And I think it's important that I, shed light on that relationship. So, if you are interested in hearing more about that, stay tuned. Okay, so my relationship with my mother is so unique that I don't know anyone else with a relationship like this. And if you can relate to this, then comment down below. I would love to hear how your relationship is. So for a large portion of my life, for a large portion of my life, my mother has struggled with her own, battles, and sometimes they directly affected us, and other times they didn't. But all my life, my mother has been honest. So that's the one thing. I was never in any situations and I was confused about why I was there, or I was, just felt in the dark, or I don't know what's going on, what's wrong with my life. My mother was always very upfront that, she has a problem and she's very sorry that, she brought us into this situation. But, she's doing the best that she can, that she's trying, and that, she apologized from the beginning. As early as I can remember going through some struggles, I can always remember that honesty. And I really respected that, because since I was very young, I've always been just be upfront with me, and I could deal with that. Let me handle, and let me make these decisions, but be honest with me so that I can make the decision that's best for me. Like, don't make the decision for me. Later on in my years, in my teen years, I did have, I started having some battles, internal battles with my mother, and questioning her, how do I put this? Questioning her intent. And, and I was figuring out who I was, and afraid that I would get lost into that world as well. So I created a distance. And for about 2 years or so, I didn't really have a relationship with my mom at all. And when I turned I think I was about 18. Yeah, I think when I turned 18, that's when, we started to rebuild our relationship again. And she is, outside of my husband, the person I talk to the most, especially in my family. She is, the closest relationship that I have. And I really value the relationship that I have with her. And even like doing these videos and, other stuff in my life, writing and things like that, I was really, in the beginning, I was really concerned with how she was going to take it, and I didn't want to say or do anything that made anyone feel like have any ill feelings towards her, because she's an amazing woman. And I didn't want that to happen. So I was a little concerned on how I delivered, my past. And after my first video, she called me and, I'm getting emotional. She called me and she just said how proud she was of me for being able to live in my truth, and how living in my truth helps her go through, overcome battles, because, she, I don't want to cry. She was oblivious, I guess was the word that she used. She was oblivious to the way I was feeling and the things that I was going through, because on the exterior I was a very strong and I held it together kind of kid, and so for the most part. And so she didn't know that I was feeling these kind of ways and stuff. So she was, it was really helpful for her to see that and hear that. And it was also, exactly what I needed to hear, because I was really scared about her hearing that or seeing that, and to know that she supported me, and she just was very open about it and said she couldn't be upset with anything that I said, because I'm living my truth. If I was lying or if I was making something up, yeah, then she would, it will feel some type of way. But the fact that I'm living my truth, all she can do is support that. And that was like such a huge thing for me, to be able to be as creative as I wanted to be in this space, with also showing respect to her. So that was like such an amazing thing. Just, I want to make sure, like, we've been trying to get a video together, but it's so hard with, my schedule and the kids and her schedule with working and everything. So we haven't got a chance to sit down and do a video together, but we will one day. So you guys need to stay tuned for that. And just over this weekend, I feel often in my life that I cannot talk freely with people. And let me explain that a little bit. Like, there's not a lot of people in my life that has had a similar upbringing that I've had. And so it's hard for me to relate to people. I can hear their stories and understand where they're coming from and things like that, but me expressing my stories, or something that's heavy on my heart, it's kind of hard for people to understand. They empathize or they sympathize or whatever with what I'm saying, but they can't really relate. So oftentimes I don't express things that are really heavy on my heart, because I always feel like I don't want someone to feel bad for me. I just want to be able to say this and for you to get how I'm feeling. And this weekend I went out, I took my mom out to eat, to hibachi and sushi, and she doesn't eat that. And so that was nice. And she was, trying chopsticks and all that. And I was able to just, talk to her in a way that I haven't been able to talk to somebody before. And it was just such an amazing feeling to have, to be able to, have someone connect on that level of understanding with me. So she's like, so excited, and how great that was for her. But that was like a huge thing for me that, really allowed me to express some of the things that I haven't been able to get off my chest. And then also to be able to have an open dialect about so much hurt or, abandonment or anything like that, that she felt and I feel, and to be able to talk about that, because a lot of times you don't have that relationship with somebody. If something bad happened in a relationship, usually you don't speak about it. It's not talked about. You get over it, you move on. But to be able to talk to her, and for us to be able to just work through it over dinner, just talk through it. And that was an amazing thing. And then I took her to get her nails done. And I actually haven't had my nails done in one time. I had my nails done once in the last 6 months. 6 years. What am I talking about, months? Once in the last 6 years. And funny stories, I used to wear my nails, they call like stiletto, really pointy. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was afraid that I was gonna like jab her or something like that. So I got my nails taken off and I never put them back on. So I went and got my nails done. Let's see if you can see them. You see them? They're just cute little pink nails, everything pink. Pink lips, pink hair. Where are we at? Pink hat, pink shirt. I'm just obsessed. I love pink, and it's such a cute color, so you can't go wrong with pink. But yeah, so we went and we got our nails done, and it was a great experience to have with her and to share with her. And I definitely look forward to the next one. And I really just wanted to express that to you guys, because I don't think I mentioned that, and I want people to know that I love my mother. I love her so much, and the thought that she wouldn't be in my world is just ridiculous. So I don't care about what happened in the past or any of that. I cherish the relationship that I have with her, and I just want you guys to know that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. be on the lookout, because I will film something with her, because I would love for her to come on and talk and for you guys to get to meet her. She's an amazing woman, and yeah, I would love for you guys to be able to see her. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what your relationship is like with your parents, or have you guys been through something and been able to overcome that. And yeah, just stay tuned for the next episode of Get Real.